This episode of the What's Happening Delco podcast is sponsored by Delco Meets for Business. Check us out on Meetup at Delco Meets, the number 4 business, and attend one of our incredible networking events. Be sure to register, and we'll see you there. What's happening, Delco? I'm Rich Shane, and welcome to the What's Happening Delco podcast. Today I'm joined by Philip Priolo and Alex Russo of Cuvanae. Gentlemen, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having us, Chris. Good to be here.
What is Cuvanae?
Cuvanae is so the actual word comes up from, it's derived by a couple of Italian words coming together to kind of mean healing or curing. And as a brand, it's our online website. We sell one product called the Pulse. It's a red light cupping therapy device. And yeah, it's pretty much it.
How did all this get started for you?
It was about 2 years ago that we kind of had a thought that, we just kind of looked at everyone around us, just, being in high school, seeing that, everybody's just going to go to college. Everybody's going to come out. Everybody's going to get a job. We're all going to do, somewhat the same thing. And we both kind of just agreed that we wanted to do something different. Not that we're not going to go to college, but, we're going to chase our dreams and try to start a business and, try to break out of the just kind of like the everyday, same thing every day, going to work, coming home, going to work, coming home. And we wanted to, get started early and find something that we both loved to do. And, whether this business takes us to, where we want to go or another one does, we're just going to keep chasing that. So about 2 years ago, we had the thought, and then we kind of were a little bit afraid to do it because, it's a lot of upfront costs and everything. But about a year ago, we really started up and kicked into full throttle. And ever since then, we just been going faster and faster, getting everything done. And, just seeing progress, which is, something that really keeps you at it, I'd say.
The product that you have is a red light cupping device. Now, I'm certainly aware of cupping devices, and I'm certainly aware of red light therapy and red light. How does this come together? And talk about the benefits of this product for you.
Cupping, basically, it pulls fresh oxygen, rich blood into tight or damaged areas. And then the red light factor penetrates deep into muscle and connective tissue. And then together they accelerate recovery instead of masking pain.
Just like Alex said, obviously there's two components. There's the actual cupping, which is the ancient proven technique that's been used over centuries. And then there's the modernized version, which is our pulse, which is, the cupping paired with the modern day technology of the red light. And what the red light really does is, so inside every cell in your body are mitochondria. And it's basically like your cells' energy factories. So their job is to turn the blood rich oxygen and nutrients into ATP, which is, required for healing and repair. And then when your tissue and your, like everything that's underneath the muscle is stressed or inflamed, the ATP production slows down. So what our device does is the red light therapy goes really deep into the tissue and promotes that healing. And paired together with the suction, it just loosens up your blood flow and, helps you recover a lot quicker. That's basically the scientific process of everything.
Somebody's going to be listening to this and they're going to say, wow, this sounds really interesting. What are some of the symptoms, or what are some of the items that this really, somebody says, well, will this help for me? What are some of the ways that might help?
If you're an athlete, a lot of professional athletes actually use this in like their daily routine with recovering for games, or like if you have like muscle soreness or cellulite, it'll help reduce that. And it overall just helps your blood keep on flowing, so your muscles aren't as sore, and it like for people in the gym, for people who are sitting for a long time, like say at work, you can really fit it into your daily routine and it'll help a lot with keeping your blood flowing.
I've never done cupping, but I've seen photographs and I've seen videos of people do cupping. And what they do is, from what I've seen, is they put multiple cupping devices, let's say on somebody's back, on their leg. Is this a system that has multiple cups or is it one cup at a time? How does that work?
So yeah, it definitely can be the same process in the way that, you have multiple cups and you kind of just I've seen it too. They line them up on a certain spot and they have them all going at once. If you wanted, you technically could do that. Could be a little bit expensive just because one device is pretty expensive. Because you buy it, you can use it forever. Like it's never gonna run out. It's not like you're booking an appointment and going somewhere back and forth every time. You always have it at your house, which is the great thing about it. So it's always on your schedule, no appointments needed. But in the same way, if you don't want to spend that money and buy multiple of them, you can, what we recommend is, say you're sore in a certain spot, you take it, you put it on the spot for about 5 to 10 minutes, and you can adjust the level to your liking, and then just use it. And then within a few weeks, you should see some really nice results. So yeah, I mean, it's a different process. And people who are used to the traditional cupping, who are maybe switching over, um, it would be a little weird, I think, going from, all those multiple cups to just the one, but it's nice because it's fancy and there's different settings and, there's red light with it and all these fun things. So it is different in that sense. Yeah.
Philip, you touched upon the idea of going to college, and we met you at our Delco Meets for Business meeting, and I was impressed by both of you. And at your age, to have this entrepreneurial spirit is really incredible. It's inspiring for me. Where did you both come together? I know you spoke to, hey, we started this a couple of years ago. We talked about it. Where did you come to land on this product for launching your business, Cuvanae? What was it about this product that stood out for you?
Couple of years back, so he played football for St. Joe's Prep, and I played hockey for a club team, and we were like our schedule was very filled up by a lot of sports, and we were also in the gym a lot, like almost every day, and our we would just really be sore, and we wouldn't be able to perform at our greatest ability, like during games and stuff, because of the gym and everything, and we would be super sore. So that's basically how we landed on this product. We were just thinking of something that would, like, help with that, and we scoured over TikTok, and we finally found this product, and, like, we wanted to look into it a little bit more, so we reached out to a direct supplier across seas, and we kinda got in touch with them and got a deal with them, and now we source them directly from him.
Now, if somebody wanted to order this or get more information, how do they contact you?
So we have an email, support@cuvanae.com. If you go to our website, cuvanae.com, you will see our website, you will see the product, and we have a support page on there as well. You can reach out to us anytime and we will get back to you as soon as you email us.
And Cuvanae is spelled Cuvanae, correct?
Yes, sir.
As I said, you're an inspiration, and a lot of people really echoed that sentiment. You're an inspiration, but who inspires and or who motivates the both of you?
When you think of an inspiration, you kind of think, someone who's older than you, and you think someone who's accomplished so much. And when I think there, I really don't see anything, but then I think of, why did I start this business? Because everybody's impressed that we started the business. Well, where did I get the inspiration from that? And I would say that me and Alex got that inspiration from each other, honestly, because, not that we've accomplished that much up until this point, but before we had this business, there was really nothing. And I don't think any, like, our parents didn't push us to do this. None of our friends pushed us to do this. None of our teachers, nobody. Um, we pretty much just saw the idea and motivated each other and inspired each other.
What's been the response from your parents, from your friends, from your teachers about you going on this entrepreneurial path and starting this company?
So I haven't told any of my friends or my teachers, but I have told my parents, and they don't really understand the concept of being able to make money online or really understand any of the process. I didn't go too into depth with them because we don't have many sales yet, and I want to show them like when we're an actual successful business. So I haven't really talked to them too much about it, but they're okay with the idea.
Yeah, I've mentioned it to my parents as well. But they don't know that it's on the scale that we're at right now. We have had a few sales so far. So, things are starting to pick up as we move into, starting to make ads and do marketing for our business. So, as we move more into that, I think I'll revisit it and, actually explain it to my parents because, I told them, "Oh yeah, I'm thinking about starting this business and, I did a couple things." But, they don't think it's that serious because, I didn't really convey to them that it was that serious. So I'm really going to show them what me and Alex have accomplished here pretty soon.
Well, if your friends or family or teachers or anybody listens to the What's Happening Delco podcast, they may find out a little bit more about what you're doing. The beauty of the podcast or beauty of podcasting is this is listened to worldwide. And anybody can hear this within, our reach. And you may start to get orders from, across the United States, not just Delco, but worldwide. I don't know if you're able to ship out of the United States,
We
but
are.
this could be an opportunity. So, you start taking this platform, you take the idea, and then it just echoes out and you never know where it's going to be reached. So that's really cool. From a standpoint of, you talked about growth of the company, how are you marketing and promoting? What's your plan for that?
We set up a TikTok for business account. Um, so you can basically buy like credits to kind of push your videos and get them out there more. And we're basically just gonna market directly through TikTok. Eventually, we want to get into Facebook ads, but we've heard they're pretty tough with guidelines and stuff. So we're gonna start with TikTok, and we're just gonna make ads about what the product does. Eventually, get UGC and people to promote it for us, and we'll obviously pay them. And we're just gonna run ads directly through social medias.
So yeah, like Alex said, we will utilize TikTok as our main source of marketing for now. And the way that we'll do that is we will run organic ads, which basically means that we make the ads and we post them, and we just go off of whoever views it and everything. Like, we're not putting any money into the ads to put it on people's screens yet, just because, we're not at the point where we have a huge budget. But we can make those organic ads for free, and make them to the best of our ability and hope that a few of them get really popular. You just keep making them until you get a few that are popular. Once you do that, you start reusing those same videos. And then once we get to a point where we do have a lot more cash flow, then we can start putting that cash flow back into the ads, get it on more people's screens. And then eventually, as Alex also mentioned, we will start to pay UGC creators on TikTok, which is basically just popular TikTok influencers that, have thousands and thousands of followers. We pay them. They make a video with our product, and they then send us the video. We own that video, and we can post that anywhere and keep mashing it up and make clips with it. And that really helps. So, like, say we got somebody from, the fitness space, because our product helps in the fitness space, with recovery and everything. We would get an influencer with, say, 10,000 followers who goes to the gym every day, and they say, "Oh, our product really helps them recover every day." And, their followers see that, and it helps generate sales.
For the both of you, you're wearing all these different hats. You're doing the marketing, you're doing the branding, you're going out there to try to find and discover new ways to introduce the product to the consumers. I think as part of what you're doing is record and journal and show people your journey. And it's also something for both of you to look back on and say, hey, this is how we got from here to here. And I think in itself, that's part of the Cuvanae story. That's part of the Philip and Alex story that would really resonate. And if people have that feeling of connection, that becomes something that they're going to welcome into what they're doing too. And I feel that from the both of you. I love your ingenuity and your energy and your enthusiasm for doing this. And through that, success is just waiting for you. But it's the time, it's the attention, it's taking care of all those little pieces as they come along, so that you can grow and expand. And it sounds like you're making all the right decisions.
Yeah, we are. I think that's probably a great idea, honestly, to document everything, just because I actually have seen kids, just like me and Alex, who start up a business and they document their journey, and they wind up getting really popular because it's a relatable thing. A lot of people try to start businesses, and they're able to generate a lot of attention, not even from their company that they started, but just from showing their journey. And that really helps bring attention to the business that you're starting. So I think that's a great idea.
Have you applied to be on Shark Tank yet?
Nah, not yet. Although Dawn did mention that she has she sent me a contact that they do a somewhat similar Shark Tank type of operation for kids like me and Alex who start businesses, and they have investors come in, which I thought was amazing. So I reached out to them.
Yep, Ellen Fisher, and what they do is amazing for helping people on the beginning and help them along their entrepreneurial journey. But I just want you to let me know that Mr. Wonderful has decided to invest in your.
Yeah.
I mean, if you had to pick a shark, which one would you want to partner with? I want to hear it now, and then when you get on the show, to see which one ends up investing in you.
Probably Lauren,
Yeah. Okay.
because she has like a lot of marketing strategies and stuff. She could probably help us with that.
I would say I've seen a few people on Shark Tank that have not really been on that much, but I've seen Davey Fogarty, and he was on there. He started his own business called the Oodie, where they sold basically these onesies, and we watched a lot of his videos actually to learn the ins and outs of selling things online. And I think it would be pretty cool to work with him. He's a young guy. He's pretty relatable. So I would say him.
Philip, what you touch upon in the idea of what you're saying, Alex, as far as watching some of these episodes and understanding what these people do, the knowledge and information is right there. It's on videos, as on TikTok or YouTube or wherever, but the information is there. It's what you guys are doing. You're acting upon it. You're going out there and you're making it happen. So to me, that's again, that's amazing. So you are in Delco, and we do ask some Delco related questions. So you're out and about in Delco, and you have a cheesesteak craving. Where are you going for your cheesesteak?
It's a place it's just called Steaks.
In
It's
Westchester.
Yep, in Westchester. It's just called Steaks. They also, I think they have a pizza shop that's just called Pizza. I think they have the best cheesesteaks in Delco.
Okay, and you're keeping it simple, steaks.
Yep.
Yeah, theirs are definitely good. I've been there a few times. My favorite cheesesteak actually isn't in Delco, but I'll tell you my favorite one in Delco first, which would either be La Piccolo's in Glen Mills, or it would be Steaks as well. But my favorite cheesesteak isn't in Delco, and it's Del Rossi's in North Philadelphia.
Fair enough. I mean, everybody has their favorite, and everybody has the way they gravitate towards what they enjoy. You satisfied that cheesesteak craving, and you're looking for pizza. Where are you going for your pizza?
I'm going to La Piccolo's for
Yep.
pizza.
Little Piccolo's.
We both go to La Piccolo's every Friday.
All right, this portion of the What's Happening Delco podcast is sponsored by Taft Treats. And Taft Treats sponsors this segment because they want to know what's on your pizza. What do you go to for your toppings on your pizza?
So I personally like barbecue chicken, but most of my family doesn't. So we normally just go with pepperoni or plain.
Yeah, barbecue chicken's also my favorite. I've seen, a lot of different weird things on pizza. Pineapple, I would never try that ever. Looks really bad. I don't think it goes together. But if I could only have one for the rest of my life, I would say pepperoni.
Wawa or Royal Farms? Where are you going for your convenience store need?
Wawa.
Allah. I've probably been to Royal Farms 2 times in my life. Doesn't even compare.
Their chicken tenders are good. I've had them once or twice, but Wawa has everything.
For the both of you, how do you describe Delco for someone who's never been here or has not heard of Delco before?
I would say it's different. A lot of people with obviously the Delco accent, it's close by to Philly. I would say the food is amazing, the environment's great, and the sports are a little hectic. Like obviously the Eagles fans are nuts, but yeah.
Yeah, I would say I think the perfect way to describe Delco is like it's its own little country, I'd say. People have Delco flags outside their house. So, it's kind of like a little country. And everybody who's from Delco definitely has an accent. So, yeah, it's like a little country.
You have friends or family coming in from out of town and you want to give them or take them to that Delco experience. Where are you sending them or where are you taking them?
If I knew somebody who had like kids, like younger kids, and they wanted to like go out and have fun somewhere, I would say go to Marple Sports Arena for sure. I think Marple Sports Arena is like the greatest place you can go for when you're a kid. That's where I would go all the time.
I would say it's not like directly a Delco experience, but most people in Delco obviously like the Eagles, and I would say go to an Eagles game.
Yeah.
Probably one of the best fans in the whole NFL, and the environment's great there.
Mhm.
This has been really fantastic. Getting to know the both of you a little bit better, learning more about Cuvanae and what you do. Thank you so much for being a friend of What's Happening Delco. I really can't wait to see how well you do, all your success in the future, how you just traverse through life and all the great things that you're doing together. And really, really appreciate you taking the time to be on the podcast tonight. Make sure you check out Cuvanae, Cuvanae.com, right, guys?
Yep. That's
Correct.
it.
Check it out. Aches, pains. You talked about wanting to address certain things within your skin, your body. This would be a great way to address that. And I'm sure you're available for any questions about the usage of the product and how we can help make people well. And that's what we're really all about, helping people be well in Delco and everywhere, right?
Yep. A mission for hearts to move forward. That's our little statement.
Say that again.
So, Cuvanae is a mission for hearts to move forward.
I love that. Thanks, guys.
Of course. Thank you,
Thank you.
Rich.
Hey, it's Rich. Thank you so much for being a listener to the What's Happening Delco podcast. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to learn more about the people and businesses in our community. I have been a real estate agent for over 25 years, working with first-time home buyers to last-time home sellers. As a listener of the podcast, my gift to you is a complimentary 1-year American Home Shield home warranty. This is for buyers and sellers that I help. If you're looking to move anywhere in the United States, I have you covered with an amazing network of real estate agents. I look forward to hearing from you. My direct line is 215-313-3777, or you can email me at rshaneremax@comcast.net. Oh, by the way, I am never too busy for any of your referrals.